Hello, this is Torai. It's been almost a month since I posted on the community, and I'm finally uploading a video. This is the silhouette of this character. I thought everyone might have forgotten, so I included it once. The answer is Boss Zero from 2000. Since the real Zero appears in 2001, this guy is also called Clone Zero. In Korea, instead of Clone Zero, this character is sometimes called Heung-guk Zero because his mustache reminds people of the celebrity Kim Heung-guk. What makes this guy really bad is that he even kills his poor subordinate just for not doing his job well. There are always these old-fashioned bosses at work or anywhere else, so let's reflect on whether we're like that ourselves. Now let's start the video. There is no hidden command to select the boss. If you want to try it, use the cheat option to choose. Zero looks like the kind of boss who blames you for his own mistakes, so I want to call him out on that. Of course, we'll start with A, and in typical SNK fashion, they slapped it together, so there's no close versus far version. The hitbox is insane, and the startup is incredibly fast, so it's a basic move that reminds you of Mashiba Ryo using the shotgun flicker in Hajime no Ippo. Half of the attack's hitbox has a hurt box like the previous game, so you can't beat the Heung-guk move in ranged poking battles. The damage is strong, and you can even combo it, which is crazy. It's fast, has long reach, great hitbox, and you can even cancel it. It's an absolutely busted basic move. However, the A basic move has a tight cancel timing, so it's a bit tricky to use if you don't practice. Of course, you can also combo into special moves that use meter, and the damage is insane. However, if there's one downside, it's that the attack hitbox is so high that it can't hit most crouching characters. If it hits up close, that's great, but if you use it from far away, your opponents will have a hard time getting close anyway. This is the standing B with crazy reach and startup speed that even the 2001 boss Ignis uses later on. Even though the reach is this long, the hurt box is way inside, so you can play the game just using basic moves. Saying it's a downside is just being shameless, but at least the attack hitbox is smaller than the standing B's graphic. The hitbox is great, and the startup is so fast that if anyone can block this on reaction, they should go practice other fighting games and take all the prize money. Even if you finish with B after 4 flickers, the damage is brutal. Fortunately, you can cancel from B, but it doesn't connect as a combo. And the cancel timing is even stricter than A, so up close, there's really nothing that can compare. Everything's good, but the slowest normal is standing C. If you use close C, the recovery is reduced, but the startup frames are so slow that it's hard to land a hit. But when I say it's slow, I mean it's slow compared to Zero, and it actually has the same startup speed as Mai's crouching C. A pretty big advantage of this normal is that when it hits, the opponent's hit stun is quite long. If you hit with a cross counter like this, the only real follow-up is B, but if you land it by itself, the stun is so huge that you have plenty of time to input your next move at your own pace. It's a bit too slow to use as a main move, so it's not that appealing, but if it hits, it's a reliable normal that delivers big damage. If you can't follow up a landed C with another move, you should just watch others play King of Fighters and pretend you understand, since you must have plenty of money. Still, when you're giving advice, please don't mention my channel for no reason and get me in trouble. C has strong hit stun, so you can land all your special moves, but there's exactly one move that can't be comboed from it. It's Zero's Far D, which has even nastier hitboxes than Goru's Head Strike. This normal move has a wild anti-air hitbox and stays advantageous for Zero, and even afterward, Zero comes out ahead. It's an insane move. Even if it only hits, the opponent is knocked back and can't recover in the air. Even though it's a far heavy normal, its startup speed is insanely fast, so it's truly a perfect one-button anti-air move. Even the CPU Zero uses this a lot for anti-air, and after looking at the hitbox this time, I realized the CPU was really onto something. This Far D normal can even break Mai's aerial special move instantly. Zero's main close range move, Close D, starts up very quickly. This guy's moves generally have big motions, but strangely the startup speed is designed to be really fast. It's a weird character. Other than jump attacks, this is the easiest basic move to use. Basically, you can deal big damage with the Close D special move. Other moves can't be used because of knockback, only Iron Skirt with a strong attack will hit. This combo is easy to use manually and deals good damage, so you don't need to consider anything else. If you start hitting with a jump attack, there are some characters who will die after just taking this combo twice. Characters include Mai, Kasumi, Hinako, Kula, Gatana, Yuri, Lin Andy, Jin, Bao, and Choi Bounge. For Heung-guk, the crouching A and B have the same motion and performance. I was randomly pressing A and B, but you can't tell the difference, can you? That big windup is a fake out, and this also activates pretty quickly. It's pretty fast. Due to the boss adjustment, damage is high, so even low attacks can't be ignored. You can cancel, but normal moves can't be connected in a combo. Quick activating special moves can combo and are even more dangerous than short invincibility moves. Failing to block a low attack once costs you over half your health. Its decent startup speed makes it good to use after a jump normal attack. It's a painful move even if you just get hit by it, but if you get hit by it in a combo, the game is basically over. Lastly, regarding the hitbox, the reach isn't that long, but the hurt box is really small. Suddenly, this guy is annoying again. Crouching C has the same animation as standing C, and only crouching D exists. It activates quickly, has long range, and the hitbox is so unfair, it's like it wants to play the game by itself. Among playable characters, its performance is quite good, even surpassing Leona's crouching D. The boss lacks a crouching animation, so you can't tell if he'll attack low or while standing. Also, since you can cancel into air moves, you can use the long recovery to bait your opponent. Except for the riding type moves, all of Zero's other moves are always safe, so use them as much as you want. Heung-guk Zero's jumping attacks all share the same animation and hitbox for A, B, C, and D. Since the startup speed is the same, it's better to just hit harder with C or D. Using jump A or B is honestly pointless. If you hit with A or B, the distance increases and your combo might not connect, so if I say not to use them, just don't. The hitbox is so biased that if the opponent's uppercut has a hurt box, you'll probably just trade at best. It's as if all Nest executives trained to throw out CD attacks, since Heung-guk Zero also uses CDs with very fast startups. At a glance, you might just think it's fast, but once you see the hitbox, you'll realize it's insane. Even if the CD boss, like Mature from 96 shows up, he can't beat Heung-guk Zero's CD in terms of startup speed, reach, and hitbox. He's a crazy character who can use CD as his main zoning tool, and since it drags the opponent backward on hit, he's at a huge advantage in neutral situations. You can even cancel it in the air, so you get a low risk, high return, insane playstyle. The startup speed, reach, and hitbox are just insane. It's the best for rushdowns and handles most air-to-air fights, except against top-tier characters. Normal jump attacks can be used as overheads. Being able to use them as overheads means they're fast to start up and have pretty good hitboxes. I wanted to show that the jump CD, even though it can be guarded, can still hit crouching opponents. Even against characters like Oryuken, it can break through one-sidedly. This jump CD is a selfish basic move that even crushes your opponent's desire to try anti-airing. From Nest onward, the bosses have gained a lot more moves and techniques. But the problem is that all these new moves are just way too powerful. Landing a hit fills your meter by over half. If you make them guard, your meter fills completely, and your opponent also briefly shows a guard break animation. It's like a projectile and command grab combined. Either way, it's a tricky move. He has two grab moves, but both of them have the drawback of being slow to activate. If you flutter your skirt, you can reflect projectiles. The move is so strong you can use it as an anti-air. All of Heung-guk Zero's moves have a full body evade state before their attack hitboxes appear. Even if you fail to reflect a projectile, you won't get hit and can just let it pass. Grab moves are invincible, so no matter how much you try to hit, they won't land. I'm not sure what they were thinking, but honestly, playing Heung-guk is mindless. You just use this. Charge your meter with the skirt, and if you counter or use the big hitbox special move, Heung-guk likely wins the game. This move works better when you're closer to your opponent. If you hit from far away, you can only get 8 hits. But if you use it as an anti-air or hit up close, you can land up to 16 hits and deal big damage.